Do you find yourself needing new arms and armor? Do you come to the battlefield looking like these losers, wearing second-hand flea market armor? Hey, but my mom says I'm cool. Well, come to Agrippa's Armor Asylum, and we'll turn you into unholy, inhuman, armored super soldiers. And this weekend only, we have a special deal. Come down soon, and trade in your old crappy armor, and get a free pair of shin greaves. Remember, this weekend only, at Agrippa's Armor Asylum. Well, YouTube, it looks like it's time for another Rome Total War online commentary battle. And, let me show you my army here. I have command of Pontus. Up front I have 5 units of Bronze Shield Pikemen. These guys are pretty good. I've got silver upgrades. Behind them I have 4 units of archers. And then in the very rear I have 3 units of Cappadocian cavalry with silver upgrades as well. Let's take a look at my opponent's army. My opponent is TG Ice. He was asking for a match with me the other night online, and he was giving me a hard time for using Pontus because they're not very good, and I can understand that. Some people don't think Pontus is very good unless you use scythe chariots or chariot archers. But in any case, let's take a look at his army. Here he's got 2 phalanx pikemen with gold upgrades. Over here he's got 2 royal pikemen. Or sorry, make it 3 royal pikemen. And then back, rather than bringing archers, he's brought 4 units of peltast. And that's going to turn out to be a mistake. He also has 3 units of very well upgraded companion cavalry. And when I saw his cavalry, I brought Cappadocians thinking, yeah, I'll be able to own any of his companions because I have so much armor. But then when I saw how many upgrades his companion had, I was very worried about whether I could win this cavalry battle. As you can see, his peltast have pulled up into range of my phalanx, and he's attempting to take out as many of my phalanx men as possible. Which I'm not sure if that was really worth his time. I kind of think that his infantry could have taken me head on, and so I would have used my peltast to get rid of my archers. But he's just trying a different strategy, which I thought was pretty cool, because a lot of people online just always play the exact same way. As you saw, the skirmishing units aren't always worthless either, because I used some in that battle against Britannia, and wasted a bunch of barbarian warlord chariots. So skirmishers can be useful. Alright, my archers are taking care of business with minimal losses. This is going to help me later on, as that my infantry is quite strong, but it's going to take some spear damage from the Macedonian infantry. So we've exchanged a bit of missile fire. His peltast are out of ammo. I've been cross-firing with my archers, say from this side to this side and from here to here. That way I can be getting flank shots on his pikemen, and I've caused a pretty considerable amount of damage to several other units, especially if I've been firing at the non-shield side. So the phalanx fight begins, and on this wing I go ahead and engage his companions with my Cappadocians, and I have my archers firing in support, and on this wing I also engage his companions with my Cappadocians. I was going to go in for hammer and anvil strike first, but I didn't really get a good run at him, and then he turns his pikes around, so I lost some cavalrymen unnecessarily there, so I had to get out. Now, as you might know, one of the weaknesses of Cappadocian cavalry is they don't have maces or swords, and so they can't use those in a melee fight. So they're not quite as good in a melee as they are in a charge. In fact, they have the same charge bonus as companions. So as you can see, those companions put up a mighty fight and killed a lot of my cavalrymen. Now I'm going to turn back and drive in another assault, but he sees it coming, so I pull right out.
Your general shames himself.
My general gets killed there.
Your general has been killed.
My general was in a bronze shield unit that cracked under pressure. But as you can see, I've just knocked out that unit of royal pikes, another unit of royal pikes, and his phalanx pikemen actually held out longer, but I think that's because they were gold upgraded. Now my opponent is in serious trouble, because I pretty much have most of my pike line still intact, and he's lost the majority of his. So I think I still have my archers. Yeah, they're firing out into that cavalry scrum that I just finally lost. And now I have my cavalry driving in an assault here, of course. Got to get rid of the rest of these royal pikes. And now this battle's pretty much over. My opponent has a good deal of companions left, but after archer fire and everything else, they're going to be worn out. and I have all my pikes left, and they're just companions can't really deal with that many pikes, especially not without archer support or infantry support. I don't know what these companions are doing. That guy was just sitting there thinking for a minute. I think he was thinking, I'm screwed. In any case, there's all my pikes coming down to finish off these companions. And that's pretty much the end of that show. Alright, and after a little bit of mopping up, the battle was over. So I'm going to go ahead and get to the results screen. Alright, my opponent, TG Ice, he played well. He brought kind of a different army, and so maybe that's why things went wrong. His Peltast, I think he might have been able to win if he would have put him to the flanks or something, and or attacked my archers with him to draw down my number of archers. But he probably should have just brought archers to be safe. But in any case, I was surprised at how well my bronze shields did. They did quite well against pretty good infantry. So in any case, as you can see, I had 987 kills. My opponent, TG Ice, had 590 kills. Good game to my opponent, and I hope you enjoyed the video.